All right, back at it again with the Savage 110 7mm rim mag. So again, this is kind of my budget buy as a used rifle that has ended up been causing me a little work, but that's all right. It's been kind of a fun project. So when we last left off, we just been kind of doing cosmetic stuff to the rifle and polished the bolt and did a little bit of bluing and just some stock work, things like that. But we kind of left off with needing an optic for this rifle. So what I did is I ended up hunting around on eBay. I'd looked at a bunch of different brands out there. Honestly, I had my heart set on a Trijicon AccuPower. It had the Moa reticle with the holds and all that good stuff, and it was about a $500 scope, which I'm all for it. Nothing wrong with a good quality optic. However, I stumbled across this Burris full field E1 3 to 9 variable power 40mm objective, and it had a bonus. It had the illuminated reticle. So most of these Burrises that you see do not have the illuminated reticle. So that was definitely a plus. That's what I liked about the Trijicon. However, for the price point, I know we're kind of comparing apples and oranges when we're looking at a Burris and talking about a Trijicon, but everything I read about this Burris was positive reviews, good glass. Everything was, just kind of a rock solid optic for the money. And try to give you a quick glimpse of the reticle here. So it does have an etched reticle. You can kind of make it out. I know it's probably not real clear for you guys, but you can see it's the lit up BDC reticle as well as the windage holds. So that's what I was shooting for. We also have the captured turrets here. So something we can get a hold of. The only thing I was not super stoked about was just how well you can hear it. The clicks and the feel of the turrets they're not very audible, and they're not real tactile, good positive clicks. They're not bad. Again, for the price point I paid for this, I wasn't expecting top tier turrets or anything, but they're not bad. I think they're going to be just fine for what we're trying to do with this rifle. But so yeah, good variable power optic, illuminated, clear glass. So we got everything that we was shooting for. So hopefully this thing performs when we get out to the range. So got it all mounted up tonight, leveled out. Ammo we're going to be using, went to Dunham's, got some $23 7mm Federal non-typical ammo. So I don't know, guys, for the price, we'll see what kind of results we get. I've been surprised by cheaper ammo before, but I'm not putting a whole lot of stock in that we're going to get super tight groups. But if this rifle does relatively well with this ammo, I imagine it's going to be just fine when I start hand loading for it. And that is one of the things with this BDC reticle, guys, is the BDC reticle is set up for a specific caliber, specific barrel length. I mean, there's all kinds of criteria for these BDCs to be accurate. I highly doubt that the hash marks on our reticle are going to match up to whatever load I end up with the 7mm ammo. So we'll have to do some chronographing, see what our actual bullet drops are going to be for the velocity we're shooting, and kind of do a little homework to see what our reticle is actually ranging for us when we're using whatever ammo it is I end up settling with. So more to come on that. But anyways, we're going to go out to the range here shortly, put some rounds downrange, try to get this guy sighted in, see what kind of accuracy we got, and then go from there. So talk to you in a few, guys. All right, guys, so got on paper, so we're going to go ahead and do a quick group and then go from there. Christ, Josh. Let's load them one at a time. Yeah, get one more down there. All right. Let's go down and take a look. So I'm not real sure how this is going to look. I don't see my shots. I know I want to be dead center, but yeah, I had a little trouble. First round I put in the magazine was a little far forward, so every time I tried to push in another one, it kept popping out on me. So that's why I was fucking around, trying to get the rounds in the magazine. All right, guys. So let's see what we got here. So I think we fired 5 rounds, so we turn that around. So yeah, about 2 inches there. That was the first shot I had getting on paper there. But so yeah, about a 2-inch group, maybe a fuzz less. But first outing with a rifle, who knows? So go back up, put a few more rounds down range, and then I'll check back in with you guys. All right, so we're back home. That was my second group I shot. So I got an extra shot in there, so 5 and a 6 shot group. Not a bad representation. So believe it or not, after measuring both of them, they're both right in about 2.5-inch groups. So yeah, as far as for a bolt action rifle, that's pretty sad. But again, first time out with a rifle using the Federal non-typical ammo. So those were the 150 grain soft points. I'm going to be curious once I get everything bedded in the action, and once I measure my throat distance, or how far my rounds are actually off the lands. I'm guessing there's probably some pretty crazy bullet jump going on in there, but with these 150 grains, but maybe not. I guess once I get my round of choice and get my seat depth set and all that stuff, I'll be able to better judge how far I am off the land. So for first time out, getting it sighted in and getting my initial groups with the factory ammo, I guess I'm disappointed, but I'm not. I was hoping for a little better on the grouping, but at least it is grouping. It's not just all over the paper. So, you know, so I attribute, just like with any gun, you know, there's always that human factor. So me shooting off the bags there, and you know, first time with a rifle, getting used to the trigger, all that good stuff, taking into account with maybe not the greatest quality ammo as far as consistency. Couple all that together, and maybe that's why I'm ending up with the groups I am. Plus, you know, I don't know, I really honestly don't know how much wear is in that barrel as far as throat erosion, or the crown doesn't look bad on the rifle, but you know, I think if it had excessive wear, I'd probably be have a lot more issues with just random shot placement. So this is obviously trying to group here. So next video, I will get the pillars turned, and I will get those installed, glass bedding. I'm gonna glass bed the whole action. I haven't thought about the barrel channel yet. I think I'm going to see how it turns out after I do the action, and maybe later I might end up putting some glass bedding in the barrel channel, just because I'm not super stoked with how it looks right now after I removed the old bedding and sanded it down. So that might be a last minute detail where I just go ahead and just essentially glass bed the entire stock. So all right, I appreciate everybody hanging out with me, and we'll talk to everyone later.